A Tiger in the Zoo, written by Leslie Norris. Now this poem, A Tiger in the Zoo, we come down to this box. We see this poem contrasts a tiger in the zoo with a tiger in its natural habitat. The poem moves from the zoo to the jungle and back again in the zoo. Now the poet here tries to expose miserable life which is led by animals in the zoos. He compares the life of tiger in zoo with its counterpart with the tigers who are left free in their natural habitat, that is in the jungles. Animals too have right to freedom and shouldn't be caged. They should be allowed to run free in the wild. And the animals do not want to live in the zoo. Their life is pitiable in the zoo, where every time they are caged, visitors are there all the time, troubling them and making them feel very, very small. So the biggest message of this poem is that tigers and the animals, especially tiger is a symbol here, all the animals, they should be left free in the jungle. Now we come down to the poem. He stalks in his vivid strips the few steps of his cage, on pads of velvet quiet in his quiet rage. He stalks, he means the tiger. Stalks means walks proudly in his vivid strips. Vivid is clear strips. Tiger के ऊपर strips होती हैं. He walks very proud manner, in a very proud manner with his clear strips, the few steps of his cage. He just takes few steps of his cage. Cage means zoo, where he is imprisoned. On pads of velvet quiet. Now pads of velvet quiet means his paws. Those के foot होते हैं, paw, the foot, they are very velvety. They are velvety, they are like cushions, velvet. The underside of the tiger's paw is very smooth, like a velvet. In his quiet rage. And he's always angry. His anger is subsided. It is suppressed, but he is always angry. So this is the condition of the tiger who is in the cage, who is in the zoo. He should be lurking in shadow, sliding through long grass, near the water hole where plump deer pass. Whereas what should have happened? He should be lurking in shadow. He should be chasing somebody secretly. Lurking means chasing somebody secretly in shadow, in the dark. वो तो कहीं ना कहीं छुप कर किसी ना किसी एनिमल को ढूंढ रहा होता. Sliding through long grass. Hiding. Sliding means hiding through the long grass. He must be hiding in the long grass and waiting secretly for some animal to come, and then he would pounce on it. Near the water hole where plump deer pass. Near the water hole. Tigers generally wait for other animals near the water hole where the plump means fat deer pass. So he should be waiting in the jungle secretly for some animal near the water hole, hiding along the long grass, but alas, he is here locked up in his cage. He should be snarling around houses. He should be snarling. Snarling means growling, making low and harsh sound around the houses. At the jungle's edge. At the jungle's edge, periphery. जो जंगल के एज पे जो हाउसेस होते हैं वहाँ पर आकर वो उनको टेरराइज करता है, डराता है विलेजर्स को by his growling voice. Bearing his white fangs, his claws, terrorizing the village. Bearing means showing his white fangs. Fangs means teeth. And he is there when he comes to the jungle's edge near the houses. He shows his white teeth, his claws, and he terrorizes, he frightens, he scares the villagers. But he is locked up in a concrete cell. But the poet says he is locked up. He is imprisoned in this concrete cell. Concrete cell here is the zoo. His strength behind bars. All his power, all his force is locked behind the bars. Bar means those iron rods behind which the animals are locked. Stalking the length of his cage. Here only he moves. Here he stalks. Here he moves very slowly in a proud manner within the length and breadth of his cage. Ignoring the visitors. He doesn't like to see the visitors. He prefers to walk, ignore them. He doesn't want to see the visitors. He wants to ignore them. उनको ignore करना चाहता है, उनको देखना नहीं चाहता. He hears the last voice at night, the patrolling cars, and stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. He hears the last voice at night, and he hears the last voice. He doesn't sleep easily. He hears the last voice of the zookeeper. At night, the patrolling cars. He also hears the horns, the whistles of the patrolling cars. Patrolling means vigilant cars. The cars which takes the विच कीप्स विजिलेंट, जो वहाँ पे चेक रखती है कार्स कि कहीं कुछ उन जानवरों के साथ कुछ हो तो नहीं रहा है, जो उनको देखती रहती हैं वो उनकी भी विस्लिंग की आवाज़ें सुनता है. And stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars. And he stares and continuously he looks fixedly at with his brilliant eyes. He's got brilliant eyes, shining eyes. He stares with his brilliant eyes, with his shining eyes at the brilliant stars. The stars which are in the night. So first idea it gives is that he doesn't sleep. And the brilliant stars, his eyes, he stares with his brilliant eyes at the brilliant stars that shine freely in sky like his brilliant eyes. Uski eyes की तरह से stars भी आसमान में चमक रहे हैं. And he has no other work to do. He just looks fixedly, लगातार घूरते हुए वो उन stars को देखता रहता है. So the poem is very, very simple, but it gives a broad message. It gives a very big message. By Leslie Norris, the message gives is that the animals they have right to freedom. They should not be caged. They should be allowed to run in the jungle freely. We should not keep them. This is immoral. This is not correct to keep the animals in the zoo. Now girls, we'll see the rhyme scheme of the poem. Now you see the first stanza. Now see the last word, the last sound, strips, sa sound. So suppose we mark it A. Second line, the last word is cage, strips, cage, very different. So mark it B. Now see quite, strips, cage, quite, ta sound. So it is C, we mark. And then cage and rage is same. So we mark it B. So the rhyme scheme of the stanza is A, B, C, B. So this is how we write. Now you come to the first stanza, third line. On pads of velvet quite. This is an example of metaphor. Please write down metaphor. Metaphor means here his paws, they are compared to velvet. Pads of velvet. Okay, metaphor is a comparison between two things. And metaphor is where we don't use as and like. जब हम ये कहते हैं कि उसके पैड velvet हैं, हम ये नहीं कहते उसके पैड velvet जैसे हैं. अगर जैसे होता then it is simile. But here there is no word as and like. So direct comparison is there. We are comparing his foot with the pads of velvet. So it is metaphor. Right. So this is all about the poem. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you.